trying to film this otter, but I have to put my stuff down. It's made all that noise. It's working its way under the trees. I can hear it. There it is. Alright, welcome to SRV trip 368. I finished worked my ass off all day. I was like, yeah, I need to go to the river, I want to go fishing. Get a fish in, or get to the river. I was thinking, because I've had to scrape a little thin bit of ice off at dawn for the last 2 mornings, I was thinking maybe the duckweed might die back, but it's still it's like all the way down there, all the way up there. And I was like, well, I'll fish the swim that I fished last time, I suppose. And then the cormorant was up and down, and then something scared the cormorant, and I thought, what scared the cormorant? And lo and behold, it's an otter. It's kind of been getting out and going up in that tree area. There's just no winning for river fishermen this year. Any year anymore, to tell you the truth. It's an absolute disaster trying to fish rivers. So there's an otter here. Cormorant's been fishing all along here. There's duckweed up there, duckweed down there. I've got my coat on because it was going to rain and it's sunny now and I'm sweating my ass off. Oh, dearie me. Well, I'm here now, so I shall go and have a go in the next swim up, I think, if it's clear. This is just a little bit further up from where I showed you. This is the other section that I enjoy fishing, because it's got some depth. I can't really zoom in because I'm doing it one-handed. I'm sure you can see all the duckweed everywhere. It's just like a snooker table. In the Bristol Wave and the deep bit I go perch fishing, it's just worse. I literally feel like not even bothering. But I bought some lock ones, so I'm gonna have a crack at it. I don't feel very confident at all. What the heck is that aeroplane? Look at the sky as well, by the way. How ridiculous. I can't see a thing. Right, let me point you over here. Be able to see the float there. So the otter's just up there. The cormorant's gone. This swim's got no duckweed. It's got nice trees overhanging on the far side, but I've never caught a coarse fish here. So, in fact, I don't often catch coarse fish here on this whole section of river anymore. I'm sure they are still here somewhere, but it is not really full of them. Probably because of the cormorants. They will take a lot of silvers. And so would a trout. The trout would take a heck of a lot of fish, right? Because there are so many trout in there. You'd have to have a hell of a load of like roach fry. Loads of them to get through to the winter. I think they do spawn very well, so there will be some. I'm going to use 1/4 of lobworm. There's really no flow here at all. That slight breeze is blowing everything upstream. It's a massive letdown really from the water companies, in my opinion. They shouldn't allow such abstraction, but we need it. So what do you do? I don't know. I just don't think rivers should be allowed to stop flowing. They're drying up all around the country. Our chalk streams, loads of them have dried up. I mean, it just should have a bit of flow. A river should flow. It's alive, isn't it, a river? It just feels like we've taken the life out of them a bit. But don't worry, it will rain. And then when it does start raining, I'll be back out fishing. And then it won't stop raining, and then all the water will be up in the fields. And then we won't be able to fish anywhere. We wanted it to stop raining just like last winter. Yeah. Ordinarily, when I use worms on the Bristol Avon, I will chop a couple up and chuck them out. But I'm not doing that here, because I literally will get trout come straight away. That's why I'm not using a full lobworm, because I don't want a full lobworm, because they nail them straight away. So I'm thinking if I just use a quarter of one and just put it out in an area where maybe a roach or a perch might be, I might catch it. That's my method. Or an eel. So of course that's the otter's favourite food, so there must be loads of eels around, yeah? No, I'm not going to rant about otters. I do like otters. But what I am saying is that there's an overload of otters here on this river. It's not sustainable. I can almost guarantee there's a bitch with a family of 2 or 3 and a dog. And they're here all the time. People say, yeah, the dog otter will have a 20-mile territory. Or kilometre, I can't remember. And the bitch will have like 7, which is like the length of the Marden. 7 kilometre, I think I'm right saying that. Like the entire length of the Marden, know what I mean? From like way up Cowstone, wherever it starts, all the way down to the Bristol Avon. There should be one bitch and a dog every so often. If that was the case, and I wouldn't have 2 otters last time I come here within 4 hours of being here, and then I wouldn't turn up today after work in 4:45 and walk along with my kit and have an otter splashing around in tree and getting in and out and up the trees. I doubt that. I don't know if you can see it on the footage, by the way, but it was. I could see it in between the reeds. But what I was going to say, I'm not going to chat for forever, but it's, if you talk, once again, UK Wild Otter Trust and all these people that know it all about the otters, their favourite food's eel. And so they'll assume there's loads of eels in the Marden. And I have seen a video of one eel that a little kid that was fishing off a bridge in town had seen. He filmed it, and I saw it. It was a good eel, like a foot. Yeah, good eel. And that was up at Doctor's Pond this year. But I fished loads here with lobworm, maggots, etc. I've never caught an eel. Never had one. I've never seen one here. I've only ever seen one on the Bristol Avon, which was big. That was like 3 or 4 foot long. That was huge. And I've caught quite a lot on the Dorset Stour. But the Dorset Stour just seems to be a much healthier river than these do around here. Ours are suffocated. There's no flow. The summer months is what kills the river. In the winter it looks great. Of course, the summers, it's not really working out in the favour of the fish at the minute to grow into adulthood. That's why we don't have the large barbel, because people catch the barbel in the close season when they were here and take them home to the pot, and B, the otters catch the large females. And there's not enough large females along Callaway's or anywhere like that now to actually successfully spawn. That's why the EA keep doing this stocking program, which is just smearing over the cracks. And it's same with the pike. The pike numbers have dwindled really. Big pike, big females, they're all but gone. It's all down to the otter and just the over number of them, because basically people done with the otter what they've done with the beavers. So it's all come out in the news that vigilantes have released beavers everywhere all around England. Loads of them without saying where. And that's exactly what would have happened with otters back in like 1990, roughly. I say, yeah, there was a 2 or 3 or something at Laycock. But you know that's nonsense. You know it's happened exactly the same as the beaver, just illegal releases everywhere. At least with a beaver, it's not going to kill the fish. And the river's already nearly dead as far as the actual life of, the essence of the river. So hopefully the beavers can help on that. But the otters just don't seem to be dropping in numbers so much. I don't know why. They must be able to eat the small, like chub and roach and just get by on small stuff. And whenever they come across any random big fish, bang. Bar the chub. Obviously chub do get caught by otters, but they're wiser. But even that though, chub could grow much bigger than what we catch them at locally. They could grow a few pound bigger comfortably. I just don't think they can in their environment because of predation, because of too many otters. But don't say that on UK Wild Otter Trust because you will get kicked off their Facebook page. There he goes. Out of focus. Delivering another batch of colds around the country. That was a pair of kingfishers. No bites in about 40 minutes, so I had to cut a worm up, a couple of worms. The wind caught it. It didn't actually go anywhere around casting. I can't really cast there because of that branch. That's alright though. Just trying to draw something out of that area on the far bank. I've had no interest on a lobworm head, believe it or not, in about an hour. So I'm going to put full lobworm on with that head. Actually, I've got some small ones. Hi. It's only a small hook, size 12 wide gate barbless. Hopefully I get lucky and the hook point actually comes through. I put a fake plastic maggot on to keep it all on. It's very difficult to cast to the far side on this kind of float setup. I've spoken about it before, but I don't have my fishing shirt, which has got all of my bits in it. It's literally like a toolbox. It's got so many different bits in all the pockets. But otherwise I would have done the slide and float bit, because I think the perch will be underneath the branches. Whereas to bring them out, it's quite difficult because the otters are here. I definitely don't want to get caught in a tree, because then chances are you lose your float and it dangles from a tree and it looks horrible. Wow, it's been very quiet for the first hour and 10 minutes or so. But the sun's just drifted around, so it's hidden that area of water now. It's more in the shade. So I feel like a fish is there. Hopefully a perch or a chub. Even though I definitely started to moan again about an otter earlier, I am still thankful to have seen it, you know. It sounds odd. As a fisherman, I don't like it. But as an actual person, I like it. But, you know, I'm not going to go over the same old ground again, but there's too many of them. The answer, I don't know, by the way. I'm not saying kill them all. I'm just saying that I want their numbers to thin out. Naturally. I'd be very surprised if there wasn't a chub here. Somewhere here. There's bound to be. It's deep as well. Like a good chub. Maybe a few of them. Be fascinating to see under the water here. It really would be. I'd like it to be a lovely mixed fishery. Just very difficult. And possibly that is still what it is. Because some days I'll come out on maggot and get lots of random little fish. Other days not. And this evening not. Twitch. I have to start twitching it. Getting restless. The perch might be right down here. I've been quiet, obviously, and kept low. Not much disturbance at all. So there might be some perch just moving along this margin instead of that far side. I don't know. They're far more likely to be on the edges than they are mid-river. Mid-river is the trout's domain. I can hear a woodpecker. Quite a few different types of songbirds over there. I'll try and film them, but I'll fail. That one on a branch over there. Where they all are. Look at them ones. They're like yellow on the front. Short tails. You see him taking a berry. They are loving that tree. Keep flying over. Up here, look. Oh, they're not going to do it now. They're actually eating the blackberries. I really should concentrate though, because don't know why it's just sat here filming birds, but it won't be a video. Actually, my finger probably got the focus of the camera. That was a kingfisher. The worm fell off. That's a disaster. I can already tell what's going to happen. I'm going to wait until just before dark. I'll get one bite and I'll lose it because I'll be using a very small hook in comparison to the usual size 10 carp hooks that I use. Well, I think they're the thicker type hook, as opposed to the thinner metal ones, which this one is like a maggot hook style. There's a daddy longlegs falling in the river there. Be interesting to see if there is a fish here that would take that and not my worm. Ooh, my float just moved, definitely. Just had a couple of little dips. I can entice a bite. I think something either swam through the line or had a little nibble. It's a kingfisher. Ooh. Huh. Uh-oh. Maybe under that thingy bob, it's a chub. I knew a chub would be down there. Yes. That's actually a lovely chub. Where's my other? Oh. Just getting the water off my hands. Maybe point me down this way. I'm just gonna. Look at that. Lovely chub. Absolutely. That is absolutely lovely. Not very big, 2.5 pounds. 2, which is good, but I'll put it straight back. What a pristine chub. He's not ready to go yet. Not with them otters around. It's pretty difficult in this little landing net. It's almost too long for it. It's very tired. Oh, look, it's swimming stronger there. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, that was a lovely chub. That probably was £3. Isn't that interesting how even a chub of £3 took a little while to recover here? I couldn't really keep it in this landing net. It wasn't helping it recover in my landing net. It was just like it was a bit too long for the net, if I'm honest. I didn't think I'd catch a fish that big until the winter here. And especially like a chub. I thought I might catch some trout, but they go back all the time really well. Yeah, but then even with my eyes without the glasses on, I could see the fish. It started to swim very quick, just as it got there, and it shot off under the far bank, so it's very healthy. And I'm very happy to catch that with them blooming otters here regularly. Just goes to show though, the fish have got safe zones, and that's the first coarse fish I've ever caught in a swim. Brilliant. I'm really glad to have caught that. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think I was gonna catch anything, but also because, well, for so many reasons, because the otters are here, because of the duckweed, because of the lack of oxygen that's been here for so long, because I can never locate chub really along here. You can't see them. I do a lot of it sight-wise. And of course, because of the size, it was definitely about £2.5 to £3. And I would put that down to about a 10-year-old chub, I reckon. They spend a lot of years of very small things when, I think, if I remember rightly, like 6 years really small, eating like bits of weed, and then they turn into like the chublet. And then 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, get to that size, I reckon. Might be wrong. Anyway, hopefully a perch comes along now, or another chub. That chub was pristine as well, wasn't it? And it's a barbless little tiny hook, and it's actually on a hook link, which I've tied together there. And I think that is I think that is £2. And the fish tried to, it kind of got me in that branch, but I got it out. Fantastic. Bobbing straight away, but that is bobbing, yeah. It's something for definite. The hook just pulled straight out of its mouth. Oh, never mind. Don't know what that was. I saw it down there, though, I'm not going to lie, it looked like a £2 fish. And it was almost perchy looking, but it could have been probably a trout. The worm's actually tied itself up in a knot. It took about 10 minutes to put that one on. A lively one. It's bobbing away instantly. Looks like he might be on it. No. Yeah. Oh. This is what I thought would happen with this hook. I was so lucky to catch that chub. I'm so surprised I haven't lost my float in any of these trees. Would have been nice to see what that was. It sounded heavy and quite clumsy. Probably like a muntjac. As well. Hook's already come out, which is great. Get it out of the net. A much smaller chub. There he is. Let's put it straight back. Oh, it's broken up. Oh, lost it again. It's getting really difficult to see. I'll probably do one more cast. That was another fish that fought hard. I'm not using bigger hooks, by the way, because they're in my fishing shirt. And this is the hook that's already on my float rod. And the other hooks I've got are just the same, really, as this. There's nothing bigger. If anything, well, they are all smaller. This is actually a 14, I'm pretty sure, because it's very small. Almost certain it's a 14 wide gate. I'll show it to you on my thumbnail. Whether or not you can see it or not, who knows. One more cast. can't even see where the thing is. Oh God, don't look back. I think I'm going to call it. This case really stupid when you reach out, you can't even see the line. No, I'm going to put one more cast out actually. So I can see, I just couldn't see my line, but I reckon I can do one more. This one. I think we all know what this one is. Little brown trout straight backwards. There he is, he's gone. Right, that's definitely all I got time for today. I can't see a thing now without my light, so it's light that time, let's say so. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. See you next time, baby. Bye.